In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission, to bring freedom to everyone involved.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm doing a thing for the podcast.
Just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends Podcast.
John, that spare needs to go right in your pocket.
Oh, that's a good fucking call.
I forgot.
That's a good idea. That's a fucking brilliant idea.
I don't have a spare, so.
Look at that one.
Where's that little Jameson bottle?
Scott.
Well, I have one I'm ready for, but yeah.
That'll fit.
Well, fine. I'll smoke it then.
There you go. That's good. That's good. I like it. We are definitely recording. It is definitely on. Holy fuck, boys. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Freedom Friends Podcast. I'm Mikey. That's John, Scott, and Jazz over here. We're 4 mediocre assholes who like to hang out. Coming at you, not even fucking close to live. From where?
Fuck a duck. We got a
I've
cutter.
never been there.
I don't think that's where we're at.
Yeah,
Where are we?
We're not knee deep in a duck. We're in San Antonio, Texas.
At the Warfighter Tobacco Studios.
It's shoals deep, sir.
it's like a sock puppet.
Turn it into a muppet.
God. I want to be the guy who's like, fuck a goose. It's like, that is a
Whoa.
brave man. Them geeses aren't.
Allegedly.
Yeah, them geeses are mean.
I'm pretty sure they'd fuck back.
Yeah, right?
A goose is 2 people. An ostrich is definitely 3 people.
Gotta be 3. It has to be a dead ostrich.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Good God. Brought to you by warfightertobacco.com.
Thanks for that.
Use that code FreedomFriends. Score yourself that sweet 15% off. OWellness.us for all your CBD needs. They got the medicine for what ails you. Use code FreedomFriends25. Score yourself a quarter off your order over there.
By the way,
And-
the Freedom Friends, Wellness, and the FDA do not certify that it is a medicine for absolutely anything.
That's true. That's
But
true.
based on firsthand experience, it does do some shit.
It works like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Works for me. Fuck. And of course, our good buddy Aaron Robertson at AaronRobertsonInsurance.com. Give him a call. We know who the fuck you're using. Drop one of those A's and go to the fucking the big A. The big A, Aaron.
Aaron Robertson.
Aaron
Insurance
Robertson Insurance Group. That's right.
Ask him for the shit snap discount.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I got one today, actually. I shared it with people at work.
Group.
Nice.
You'll thank us.
Yeah. Yeah, ask him for the shit snap discount. I like that idea. That's good. He'll know exactly where that came from, too. Boys, we're well dressed today.
We are. We're snazzy motherfuckers.
Yeah. What'd you call it earlier?
The Bougie Boogaloo.
The Bougie Boogaloo.
I like it. I like it.
If you were going to have a Bougie Boogaloo, and granted, this is probably a better debate topic, but fuck it.
How awesome would name tapes and unit patches in like the similar
Now,
pattern?
guys,
Like,
we are
you
totally
just took something awesome and made it gay.
but right now we are totally playing into the left side of Hawaiian shirts equals
Yeah, the Boogaloo Boys or
the
whatever.
Boogaloo Boys, right?
Or what do they call themselves now? The Big Igloo Boys or
The
whatever
Big
the
Igloo.
fuck it is.
All I
Right.
know is that fat guys everywhere are onto something because this is comfort.
It is comfort.
Like, I'm very comfortable
It's
right now.
breezy.
It's very it breathes well.
I feel like you could wear this in the river though, and 5 minutes after you're out, your shirt's dry.
yeah.
Yeah, like you can
Like-
still be wet and your shirt's dry.
I'm not fucking. I'm not fucking mad at this. It would definitely make the worst towel ever. But fuck, I am not mad at this.
I know. I'm dressed like the fucking comforter at like a Hilton Head Holiday Inn. Yeah, like this is
Well, at least you're not the drapes.
never dressed like the drapes.
Yeah,
That whole
you're closer to the drapes there, guy.
Yeah, you're looking pretty drapes there, bud.
Yeah, this is yeah.
You actually look like a big igloo guy.
Cool.
Like this is what I would assume they would wear.
You actually kind of look like a Target employee during the summer sale.
There you go.
I knew I saw this somewhere before.
Yeah, you gotta put khakis on, man. You'd be fucking
We
nailing
get to
it.
go.
Well, shit, that means I got to put pants on.
Oh, that's true.
Isn't that the whole reason we
true.
got this bar? So we
Yeah.
didn't have to wear pants.
That's probably
anymore?
why it's
Yeah.
pretty breezy.
I don't have pants on today.
Yeah.
I got shorts.
What are pants?
It's cargo short. It's
Cargo
cargo short season.
Fucking cargo short season, baby. You know I'm into that. Fuck. Boys, I got something I want to talk about.
All right.
Good thing we're sitting down.
There is a fucking Navy lieutenant
There's probably more than one, but
who
go ahead.
shit talked a bunch of fucking enlisted guys.
Over their housing.
he sent a letter. Did you read the letter?
Yeah, it was pretty rowdy.
Holy fuck.
Enlisted Navy guys?
I haven't heard anything.
He was talking
about
shit
this,
about enlisted
so.
Navy guys, but he's basically said that they're fucking, he's like, they're savages, there's sexual assault everywhere. I have a good looking family. This is a quote. I have a good looking family and they don't need to be exposed to the savagery that happens in the enlisted housing area. And I'm an officer. I should be
so
around my own
He
kind.
should be
need to-
living in the officer side.
Right, but
Yeah.
that's the thing is that you have to preface it with this guy wrote this letter because he arrived at his new unit to take command of the unit and was put in housing on the in the enlisted section of base.
Right.
And then wrote this fucking entitlement letter.
Tell me which does anybody know which school he came from?
Maybe nobody just
Was it
likes him.
Annapolis or like where do they teach this?
Oh, I have no
I
idea.
don't.
This kind of
That's a
holier.
good question.
Here's the
this
thing, though.
holier than now.
All this fucking
bullshit.
like hate though, what's weird to me,
Where did he post the letter?
he sent it to the fucking housing office.
So and then who leaked it?
One of the housing people read it and was like, fuck this guy.
Now, how many times has this place been toilet papered and egged? That's
His
all I want
place?
to know.
Now?
Because if I saw it and I was the enlisted guy that lived
Yeah.
next door, I'm like, fuck you, sir.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, like that shit's on, bro.
You're,
All I
you're
think
getting
about-
a pro mask and combat boots streak by your block daily.
Yep.
Right?
All I can think about
Like in
is
formation.
average duty
Everybody's
station.
doing it.
Average duty station is 3 years. Like that's the average. Some are
Sure.
a little longer, some are a little shorter, whatever.
Sure.
But average duty station time is 3 years. That means that dude.
You pissed off everybody.
You pissed off
Week fucking one.
everybody. Yeah, like week one, day one, you were like, fuck everybody.
Yep.
You've got
now-
3 years.
You know what else? You know how long the fucking housing list was when I was in?
Oh, Jesus.
So
Oh my God.
I guarantee they took a house that belonged to a fucking lower enlisted
Yep.
And gave it to
he
him.
jumped the fucking line. So they should kick his ass fucking
Yep.
right out of housing.
Now,
because
do you-
some married NCO
yeah.
that should have gotten that house is now having to go live on the economy or whatever
do
so
you
that dude
believe-
could take it.
Do you believe that he wrote the letter? Or do you believe he was influenced by his wife to
Oh,
write the letter?
He wrote the letter.
Really?
Oh,
You got to
yeah.
keep in mind, dude, this is going to be because he was like a 2LT. Like he's brand fucking
No.
just came out of school.
He's an LT. He's an LT in the Navy, so
That's
he's
like a
an 03.
captain.
Oh, he's an
Oh,
03.
okay.
So he's an
Okay, but
03.
even then, so
Here's the
let's
worst part, though. This is what makes it worse. He's prior service. He's prior enlisted army.
Oh, fuck this guy.
Right?
Oh
I didn't
my
know that.
God.
That's
part.
what makes it
Fuck
worse.
What
this
was
guy.
his job in the army?
I don't know. Pogue as fuck, I'm sure. But still,
hey,
it's like,
hey.
sorry, guy. But like this dude was like supply. All right. Like he would have to be. Like,
Clerk.
yeah, he was a clerk of some sort.
I became an officer, so I didn't have to live in this fucking shithole.
Yeah, right.
That's actually kind of what it said.
That's
He
yeah.
was Army enlisted, and then he became a Navy officer. I guarantee Navy housing, just in general, is times 10 better than any Army housing.
Right.
I don't know if that's true.
Okay.
Actually,
'Cause
if
you
you
gotta
want
think.
if you want the best army housing, you got to go to the really, really old posts.
We gotta go to the flagships.
Because they have like
No,
fucking
you have to go to
historical
you have to
houses.
go to like Fort Riley, Kansas.
Yeah.
Because it was all these giant
Yeah.
limestone plantation homes that were built to live out on in the middle of fucking nowhere. So then they just updated all of them.
That's kind of dope.
So now when you move into those, it's these like giant screened in wraparound porches and like because they've been there forever.
yeah. All I know is this guy can fucking go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, any of the
Sir.
modern posts where they keep building them, like Bragg, Campbell, any of those, the housing all fucking blows because it's
The
how
barracks
quick can
fucking
you put it
blow.
up? Yeah.
Well, like in the Navy, though, I'm assuming because most of the time those guys are abroad. They're on ship. You know what I mean? So their main bulk of their money and shit for housing, it goes into berthing. It doesn't go into fucking
Yeah, but
like shore duty.
No, they still take care of the families. Like they're still
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
housing
just
isn't
the officer.
the
goes
housing
on the
isn't
boat.
for the service
yeah.
member. It's for the family.
That's true.
Because the service member, they don't deserve anything. It's the families.
And it's the government. Do you really think the government's going to try to short a budget?
Oh, wait, what? No, John, the
Not
government.
this time of year.
No, for housing, they contract it out to a contractor that takes care of housing. The contractor, to make money, doesn't take care of the housing,
Yeah.
right?
No, I get
Like
that.
you
but,
know, so
but when they're like, they're not going to be like, oh, well, you know what? We're just going to take housing money and put it into the boat.
I know I've
Like-
lived in some dog shit base housing. I know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when I was like a Lance Corporal housing on Camp Pendleton. Fuck, dude. It looked like, you ever seen that movie Friday? It looked like Watts. Like it was like Watts duplexes, man. Like it was fucking
I
ghetto,
was
dude.
literally about to say, like, most of that stuff is all fucking duplexes.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, it
just
was
fucking-
fucked. Crazy story. My buddy Eli he lives in Austin. About 5 years after I lived there, longer than that, 10 years after I lived there, he lived in the same fucking apartment that I did
Nice.
in that housing. Yeah. We figured that out one night drinking. I was like, wait. You lived where? Which one? That one? Motherfucker, I live. What? Like, it was crazy. Like, yeah. But I was like, was it still shitty? He's like, absolutely. I was like, well, good to see the times haven't changed. So, give you some nostalgia, I guess.
Of your shitty apartments.
Or shitty apartments. Misery loves company. We all get that. So,
Right.
yeah.
Guys, I want to play a game.
Oh shit.
A game.
A game. I'm going to give you guys an analogy, and I want you to tell me which liberal argument it applies to.
All right.
Better sounds like a
Okay.
loaded gun.
I know.
The other day, I saw my creepy ass neighbor spying on me while I was outside of her window jerking off.
Wait, what?
The other day, I saw my creepy ass neighbor spying on me while I was outside of her window jerking off.
So to me, that equates to the whole: if somebody's breaking into your house, they need your stuff more than you do.
That's a good one.
It's
That's
like-
a good one.
That is a good one.
That
Yep.
weird argument that's out
Yeah,
there
yeah.
now. They're like, if
Yeah.
they're stealing from you, they obviously need it more than you
Yeah,
do.
you should just
so
give it
you
to 'em,
shouldn't shoot.
right?
It's like-
That's a good one. That's a good one, Jazz.
Yeah, that's a good point.
right. But I feel like this analogy applies to every fucking thing on the news. It applies to everything in every goddamn liberal fucking argument I hear. It's this goddamn analogy, right?
Yeah.
Almost everyone. You guys got one?
Well,
That's a good one, Jazz.
that's a really good one, Jazz.
Yeah.
I would say transgenders serving in the military. You
Okay.
know? Like we're expected to, like, our tax dollars are now expected to pay for their transition surgery. You know?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I don't actually
Right,
have
right.
a problem if it.
I don't
if
give a shit about
Yeah.
it. I don't give a
if,
shit.
like somebody wants to go serve, fucking go serve.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like,
I don't give a shit about that.
but like,
I'm just not paying for you to get your dick cut. Like, I'm not cool with that.
well, but they,
Like, that's not on me, dude. That's on you.
Right.
to me, and oh, I'm probably gonna get called out for this one. I don't really care. This is gonna sound fucking horrible. I equate it to cosmetic surgery.
Yeah.
That's what it is, right?
Like,
I don't. Maybe
It's an
Like-
elective surgery.
like if I was
100%.
still in, TRICARE wouldn't pay for me to go
It's-
get a tit job done for my wife.
It's got to be elective because
No, that's a health thing. I'm
No,
talking about like
but they do.
they're B's, but I would love if they were double D's. So,
So-
I'm just gonna go get them rocked out. Like,
I heard a story once that a female service member complained about low self-esteem because she was rocking solid A cups. She complained about low self-esteem
least
and
they're
it was
solid.
and it was affecting her work performance because she was so down on herself.
Well, I suppose that same argument could be applied to the transgender.
I suppose it could. And it's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I call bullshit on both.
I think after surgery, it's not that slippery anymore.
I agree.
It
I
might be
call-
slippier.
I call bullshit on both. Like,
Depends on the kind of lube you use.
I don't believe for a second that you're not a good supply sergeant because you don't have fucking huge tits.
I agree.
Like-
I disagree.
I know whose line I'm getting in. All right. And it's not Yemel with the fucking A's, man. I'm going in Bertha over here. It was
But
like,
I
you know,
guarantee there's a
busted
lot.
out of
There's
her
a lot of
camis.
people in the military with low self-esteem, and it has nothing to do with what's between
I
their
was gonna
legs
say, isn't that
or
just
on their testicles.
Isn't that just being in the military?
Yeah.
Except for apparently this Navy officer who's too
Like-
good for his house.
E4 or below?
But-
you have low health,
by that same-
low self-esteem. That's
You don't. You
By
don't
that
have
same
self-esteem.
standard,
Like
yeah.
it's just.
Could any
not
one of
low.
us with our little dicks go to doc and be like, I have low self-esteem because you got a little dick. Can I get a fucking dick implant? No. They'd be
Yeah.
like, fucking suck it up there, buck gerbil. Like, nobody gives a fuck. You know what I mean?
You know, apparently
Like,
on average, a dude has 2 to 3 inches of extra dick muscle, like
that's why you measure from the taint.
inside. Does that just mean like
You go for the fourth vertebrae around the back.
come around?
It actually goes L4 all the way to your belly button.
Look at that, 6 inches.
The fourth vertebrae. God damn it, John.
So how you guys do it?
No, it's everybody knows you measure from the taint. Hey, when you PF flex, you flex your taint muscle, yeah? You're all doing it right now. I can
When you what?
When I what?
When you do a PF flex,
What?
PF flexes.
I don't know what that is.
Please explain.
It's kind of like Kegels for men. It's called a PF flex.
PF.
When you flex
Flex.
your dick and it pops up,
Okay.
it's called a PF flex.
Can you
Learn
do
something
that?
new every day.
Can you do that when you're limp?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. I've been doing it this whole time. And I know you guys are too.
Well,
you, just
not
you just didn't know what it was called.
The reason I asked if you could do it limp is because I am not right now.
You're not
But he's trying to figure it out right now. He's like,
I'm rocking full staff right now.
he's like, nope. If I
You're
do
not
that,
wearing pants, so I can tell.
if I do that anymore, I'm gonna
It's
fart. That's not the
Hawaiian
right
shirts,
muscle.
you know.
It's bougie big. It's bougie igloo. What is it?
Bougie
Bougie
Boogaloo.
Boogaloo.
The bougie igloo.
The bougie igloo. The best dressed fucking mess on the planet, boys. Oh fuck. Yeah, that's true though. I mean,
Yeah.
this
Like-
pervert's looking at me while I jerk off
Right.
to them.
Like, yeah. Why is she spying on me right now? When
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm standing outside her
I'm
window.
out here like trying to be by myself and she's invading my space. Like, you know, like
You know,
I
I have the perfect example of that.
I am the victim here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. What
It
is
was the naked black dude trying to jerk off on Jazz's steps back in the day.
Right? You're right. It was very rude of me to show up
It was
and
very
interrupt
rude.
that
Yeah,
situation.
interrupt what he was doing. How dare you?
That was his safe space, Jazz, and you know that's a
You know what?
sacred thing.
You're right. That dude, he wasn't asking anybody to help. He wasn't
No,
nothing.
he wasn't
was
getting
all on
anybody's
his
way.
own.
He's just fucking out there. Just yeah.
Just trying to fucking get it done, man. Trying to make it
Did
happen.
you guys-
fuck?
I thought about that after the fact, and he asked me for a cigarette, which means dude must have finished.
If you go around the corner, you look at the side of the
it
apartment
was
building, it's just spackled.
It's like,
I don't know the size of that guy. It might have been fucking looked like buckshot. Just got fired against the wall. Like,
fire hosed.
The neighbors are coming
You're
out.
like, what happened to
Who's
the-
shooting in my house?
What happened to the siding? Just fucking-
Is this,
Sorry, man. We had a big windstorm come through.
is this a new weather treatment? What is this? Why is it sticky and smell like bleach? Huh.
Dude. PSA: if your ejaculate smells like bleach, seek a doctor immediately.
Salty bleach.
Still seek a doctor, and then ask yourself why you're smelling your own semen.
Well, when you fire hose it like that guy, hard to miss.
Dude, I think at that range, the wind's gonna carry it. Like I don't.
Well,
Like,
That's true.
how far do you have to be able to shoot before the Coriolis effect becomes a thing?
a long ways?
Well, it's true. The longer barrel, the fucking more accurate shot,
I'm
right?
just saying.
So,
A little
I
more
mean,
velocity.
yeah.
The barrel length doesn't
It
always
actually
correlate
increases
with
velocity.
accuracy.
Yeah.
All right, but the more velocity, which means that thing's
I thought
coming
barrel
out
length
at
also impacted.
a higher rate of speed than
Yeah.
fucking you or I.
I thought barrel length also impacted stability.
No,
Really?
No.
there's sweet spots depending on
Well,
certain rounds.
I mean, over 3 inches, then you got stability.
Done.
It's
and
gotta
done.
make a revolution.
I fucking knew it. I knew that was the problem.
I wonder if I have a right hand or a left hand.
Well, because this is 6 inches, right?
yeah.
According to my wife.
Right.
Do you know how much those custom rulers cost me? It is not easy to convince Stanley to make you a custom tape measure.
That tape measure measures 473 feet.
The Italian tape measure.
There you go. There you go. Well, fuck, boys. How was your weekends? Scotty,
Good. I cut down a tree.
you cut down a
Fired
tree.
up the fucking chainsaw, cut down a tree.
Goddamn
I was
right.
pretty happy about it.
Now you're saying your pool was blocked.
Yeah, no sunlight on the
Did you
pool.
get both of them or just one?
I just did one. I'll
Yeah.
probably do the other one too.
Now, was this a regular chainsaw or a chainsaw on a stick?
Let the atmosphere set in for a day or two to decide for sure if I want it down.
Regular chainsaw.
Regular chainsaw, not a chainsaw on a
So
stick.
do you have a stump now?
About that tall.
Oh, okay. You can do like the stump killer.
Yeah, I'll probably bring a stump
Wait a minute, are we
grinder in.
Oh,
still
just
talking
grind
about
it down.
trees or dicks again?
Yes.
Like I don't.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I know that I pulled a tree out in my backyard one time, and I had a stump guy come
Trees
down,
are dicks.
Yeah.
and it fucking like he did a fucking terrible job.
Were you
Oh,
looking
yeah.
through
Like-
somebody's window while you're doing it, or
Well, yeah, it's my right. We're not even drunk yet. What the fuck is this?
I would like to apologize ahead of time.
Yeah. The end of the show might get interesting.
Dude, the debate this week is going to be fucking weird.
Yeah.
If you could jerk off in a window, whose window would you jerk off?
Ooh.
Scott's.
Scott's wheels are already
Obviously.
turning. I'm jerking off in Scott's window.
Yeah.
You know what?
There's going to be 3 of us in a row.
You know what? Jazz, I jerk back, buddy.
Just take a number.
Like, yeah. First
back.
first
What
one,
a fucking
the
pervert.
first one to lose eye contact
Loses.
loses.
It's like a quick draw.
Yeah.
Eyes on the road, big shoots.
Yeah. Eyes on your own work.
I'll
Big
wake
Chief.
up from
here.
I got that.
Up
I
here.
got that kind of sixth sense. I'll wake up from a dead sleep and be like,
Oh, it's on.
gotcha, buddy.
That's gonna happen some Thursday at 3 a.m.
Well-
Scott's gonna wake up and be like, "Jazz is outside my window."
I really don't want you outside my window jerking off to call the police on me for like,
for jerking off in your window.
right. What do we have here?
I don't really know what's going on right now.
I don't know what's going on.
Mikey
either.
just pulled something out from underneath the desk, and I don't know if he's trying to suck start it or what.
He's trying to suck start something.
Just relight my cigar
With what?
With my
Is
new
this a
naked-
fucking lamp.
with my new naked lady lighter.
Let me see that.
It was a present from my good friend Jazz over here.
It's
He brought it back.
Oh, I get
It's one of those
it.
things where he looked at it and was like, Mikey's going to die if he doesn't have
it,
this.
yeah.
I like it.
Right?
I like it.
It's a cigar lighter.
Yeah.
That's a naked lady.
well, prop her up on the bar here.
Right?
Literally prop her up on the bar.
There you go.
Nice.
What is this fucking water doing up here?
I don't know.
So for those of you that can't see it, it's I don't know about a foot tall, and it's a.
I thought it was a lamp first too. I was like, did you
when
give
he
me
was
a
unpacking,
lamp?
he was like, "It's a lamp."
Like, that's cool. Like,
I almost was like, "It's a major award."
because you plug it in.
I'm pretty sure though that
It's a major award.
I'm pretty sure
Fragile. It's Italian.
It's a Kimmy.
It's not PC because that is probably a white lady dressed up in blackface.
Mm.
That is the
Oh.
definition of a black woman right there. That is.
Just fire coming out of
I'm
your
going to call
ass.
this my Nubian princess right here.
I like it.
But yeah, it's about a foot tall. It's a woman on her back, legs up in the air, and it's got a button on her ass
Yep.
or back, and then there's a pipe coming out of her ass
Yeah.
that lights up a heating element on the
There
end.
is a
And
pipe
lights-
straight coming. She's got like a shelf ass.
Wow.
Yeah.
But to break it down in really simple terms, for those of you that are old enough to remember when cigarette lighters came in your car,
I'm pretty sure that's a stripper pole, not a.
that's you know what? That's a good pull.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Yeah, straight up a stripper pole.
That could be a stripper pole.
Not a boy.
But it works like
Fucking
an
A.
old cigarette lighter from your car where you push it in and heat up and you have the heating element, you put it against it, except for you
Ladies and gentlemen, next on stage, it's Sapphire. Yeah.
That would be great to keep plugged into my truck.
because you have the power point. Can you just be at a stoplight just
Right.
looking over at somebody just
Light their cigar. and fucking,
Yeah.
that's funny.
I'm a fan of it, though. Jazz, thank you again.
You're all
I'm
welcome.
a big fan of it. I think it's great.
I'm pretty sure I saved your life with that gift. Like I don't
I think you did. I
Yeah.
needed it.
Yeah.
I needed that.
that was a need. That was not a
Yeah.
he'll think this is kind of neat. It
Yeah.
was a no, he's gonna be a better person for having this in his life.
totally.
Back to this weekend.
Yeah.
I didn't do much. Saturday or Sunday, I hung out at home and it was kind of nice.
It was Easter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah. It didn't count. It didn't count for you.
I kind of
Thanks for killing Jesus.
it kind of slipped over
welcome.
my head that it was Easter.
Well, half of you killed Jesus.
Yeah.
Just the political half.
That's true. It's true. Johnny boy,
Yep.
how's the weekend, pal?
That was good. Actually, on Easter, I forgot it was Easter, and I procured a new grill. I got one of those Blackstone flat iron.
Oh, how is it?
They're awesome.
So I bought it, and I bought all the
Wait.
shit to make a Philly cheesesteak.
You
you
have one, right?
Did you
Yeah, yeah.
season it properly?
I did.
They're
Good.
amazing.
Oh, I seasoned it like a motherfucker.
Good.
I really did.
Because it's like cast iron, right?
It is. It's
yeah.
essentially a giant chunk of cast iron.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're heavier and fuck.
they really are.
yeah.
But so I got the grill, and then I got all the shit to make Philly cheesesteaks. Immediately went home, fired the bitch up, seasoned it for like an hour, and then started cooking. And Dave was like, I've been craving a really good Philly cheesesteak since I got here, and I've gotten like 4 really shitty ones. He goes, "This was awesome."
Nice.
I had a Philly cheesesteak at lunch today.
Yeah?
At Charlie's, I think. It was
Wow,
good.
throwback. I think
Yeah.
the last time I had Charlie's was on a army post.
Yeah, same.
Right.
I was just happened to be right by one today. And I'm like,
I do like their fries though.
I was
You know-
disappointed.
My favorite cheesesteak that I found in Texas is at the Randolph Air Force Base bowling alley.
Really?
Great fucking cheesesteak.
Dude, places
Oh,
like
shit.
that have
Random
never
fucking
cleaned
spot,
that
yeah.
have never cleaned their flat irons
That's
are
where- that's
always
where
going to
it
have
is.
the
That's
best ones.
That's
Yeah.
where it
the key.
is. Yeah.
That fucking place makes a bomb ass cheesesteak.
There actually used to be a place here on 281 before any of you guys moved here called Texadelphia.
Mm.
And it was these cats from out on the east that
Yeah.
moved here and they opened it up where the Twins Liquor is on 281 actually used to just be a cheesesteak restaurant, but big ass
That's a big
location.
spot, yeah.
It was called Texadelphia and it was so goddamn good. And it was literally not like they had cheesesteaks and other shit. They just had like 17 different versions of a cheesesteak.
Right.
And that was all they fucking made.
Yeah.
And it was so good. And then but it's here and you're competing against fucking
Yeah.
There's a place on Pat Booker over here in Shirts called Use Guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fucking trash.
Yep.
Fucking trash, man. Like I was like, how dare you call yourself a Philly
I went there
cheesesteak
once
place?
and it was decent. And then I went there like 2 more times and it's like absolutely sucked both times. But I did realize this weekend, I think I have a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always like
I'm just thinking about which one he's going to come
Right.
I was
up
like,
with on
I-
this.
do
I've
tell
seen
as
it.
we smoke
So-
cigars and drink whiskey.
I was gonna
No,
go with
those
the,
aren't problems.
I was gonna go with
So-
the weird grill collection that you're making.
That's where I'm going with this.
Oh, okay.
So I've always like seen pictures of like people in their backyards and they have like 5 or 6, sometimes 12 different grills. And I'm like, what in the absolute fuck? Like, why?
I made an amazing comment.
Proper tool for the right job, my friend.
Exactly.
There's a Drinking Bros Pitmasters group.
Yeah.
And a guy had 5 Weber grills in his backyard. And he's like, the ultimate setup. Or no, he said, how do you beat this? And I said, 1 Traeger.
But yeah, because so I got that flat iron, I got
Yeah.
a Traeger, and then I got a regular propane that I was gifted a couple weeks ago.
Nice.
And so I literally like I looked and I'm sitting out there smoking a cigar and I'm just like looking in the corner of my yard and there's like just grills. And I'm like, I got a fucking problem.
It's a proper tool for the right job, though, man.
Right.
Like, you know, like if you want to do fucking cheesesteaks,
Yeah.
you can't do that on a Traeger.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't fucking, you know, or you can't do it on a gas grill either.
That sounds like a challenge.
Unless you get a fucking, like, I guess you can.
You can't fry rice on a Traeger.
Yeah. You know, like, I mean, it's just proper tool for the right job, man. Yeah. I don't hate that.
But like Scott was saying about like start to finish, it was like 11 minutes.
Oh, yeah,
And
it's-
that's with
it's-
cleaning and everything.
Yeah, it's great.
It was insane.
Nice.
Like I was like too fast. I'm like, fuck.
They're the best for breakfasts too. Like it's just
Oh, yeah, dude. You
Oh,
want
yeah.
to scramble some
You
eggs
do
on that bitch?
pancakes, eggs, bacon, all at the same time, and it's like fucking 10 minutes and you're done.
Nice.
It's awesome.
I'm into that. I'm
Breakfast.
shitty at making pancakes.
Why? How?
I don't know why, but I fuck up pancakes.
Like
You either
do you burn them or what?
No, I don't know. They always come out fucking fat, dude.
well spread it out more.
Yeah, that's the batter.
Yeah, I mean, no, Haley makes fun of me all the time because I fuck up pancakes. Like I make everything else immaculate.
Well, that's
pancakes
the other
for
thing
some
with,
reason
with
like my
pancakes
fucking
too.
weakness.
People don't realize that when you're pouring the batter, it's not going to self-level. Like
Yeah.
you actually need to like
Yeah.
go in like a
Yeah.
circle and spread it out. Like
Maybe that's what maybe I'm fucking up there. I
because
don't
that first part that hits is going to cook and it's
Yeah.
going to build a little wall on the edge and it'll just
Yeah.
hold all the batter there.
know. Yeah,
So you got to spread it out.
maybe that's what I'm fucking up.
But you can go too thin too and then burn the fuck out of it.
Yeah,
Then you end up with this like rubbery frisbee.
I don't like an undercooked pancake. I can take a little bit of like crisp.
crisp is fine with
Crisp
me.
is
Yeah.
fine.
I'm a
with
waffle
you on
guy.
that.
Yeah.
I'm more of a waffle guy too. Waffle maker makes it easier, anyways.
Yeah.
I just like waffles.
I mean, it's pancakes with abs
I mean,
Oh,
like,
it's pancakes with little pockets to hold syrup.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of where I'm at with it.
and butter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's like, because even like a bad waffle is still like, it's a waffle.
dude, I use my waffle maker for all kinds of shit. I make omelets and shit in that. Like I'll crack an egg in just one corner of it, and I'll take Eggo waffles. I do this all the time. I'll take
Now you're
Eggo.
weirding me out, man.
Oh, dude, you want to fuck your life up? Take 2 blueberry Eggo waffles, throw them in your toaster. Fucking, they sell like those fucking pre-cooked patties of sausage.
Mhm.
It's like it takes like a minute in the fucking microwave. Throw one of them shits in the microwave and start your waffle maker. Crack 1 egg in a corner and close that bitch down. Cook it like normal, right? Make a sandwich out of those things with the waffles as the fucking sandwich. it will fucking change you, dog.
Let me get this straight. You just bought pre-bought waffles and made them in your toaster. And you used your waffle maker
to cook one egg.
100%.
To make the egg.
And then the
100%.
microwave to cook the sausage.
Yep, and I'm not mad at myself at all. And then I take prepackaged American cheese and put it on it too. And it is the fucking greatest thing I've ever
That
eaten
is
for
the
breakfast.
most grunt logic thing I have ever heard
Hey,
of
bro,
in my life.
I'm going to quote the great John Simons. If it's stupid and it works, is it stupid?
It's not. No, the stupid voice is not stupid. But that is not the definition of the right tool for the right job.
That's correct. I didn't say that.
Where does the clothes?
I prefaced this if you want to fuck up your life. All right, like if you want to fuck yourself up.
Although I put 2
Damn.
Uncrustables in my toaster today.
Oh,
Dude, that's a
Fucked
game
my
changer.
whole life
that'll
up.
change your life.
Fucking peanut butter was all melted and shit.
Throw one in your air fryer,
I've done it.
motherfucker.
Yeah, I've done it. I actually haven't
Bless
figured
you.
out anything I can't put in the air fryer so far.
Same. Frozen pizzas. Frozen
It's just
pizzas.
my air fryer's not big enough.
They burn the
If you're-
fuck out.
if you're-
No, like the
if you're
little
brave
ones.
enough.
Little ones, like the
Oh.
little things, like they'll fucking burn the shit out of the top.
Yeah, but it does a great job with a Hot Pocket.
Hot Pocket does very well. Yeah.
I bet you could do a hot pocket in a waffle maker.
Oh, it would be like one of those.
I'll try it.
Just
things.
squish it down. All the shit leaks out anyway.
You got to
right?
do you got to do a hot pocket in one of the panini machines.
Yeah.
Ah.
I used
I
to
have a
I used to
panini
have that.
press and it's amazing.
Throw,
I used to have
throw a
that-
hot pocket in that bitch.
used to have that-
I will. I'll report back.
Do you remember the circle Foreman grill
Yeah.
that you could change the plates on? I
Yeah.
had that. I don't know where the fuck. I still have it. I never got rid of it. It's still around my house somewhere. But it's like this fucking big. It's huge, and it came with like sections where it was specifically made for making quesadillas,
Oh.
and it like made it into little fucking triangles for you already. Like it's fucking amazing. But
Quesadillas on your new.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Quesadillas, tacos.
Yeah.
Like my brain was just fucking.
Fuck
I'm
yeah,
like,
dude.
oh, I'm gonna be so fat.
Even
Hey, man.
we did burgers on it the other day, and
Yeah.
like you season the burgers and everything you spill onto the grill, it
Just makes the grill better.
it just makes the grill better. And then you flip the burger, and it like it's fucking.
But that's
great.
how almost every burger place in the world fucking
Yeah,
cooks
sure.
everything on a
Flat
flat
irons.
top.
Yeah.
It's not on a fucking
Well,
open flame.
You can make like smash burgers on those,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Like fucking.
What's great about flat irons is you can do the whole like you get a steel bowl, and dump your cheese with a
And
little
then
bit of fucking, and then
cover
put
it.
that, and it steams all the cheese out.
Fuck yeah, fuck
Man,
yeah,
fucking my fat kid's coming out.
dude. I'm getting hungry thinking
I
about this
know.
shit right now.
Even the
Fuck,
vegetables, man.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's so good on there.
I'm excited.
dude.
They make one of those big fucking griddle things. Like I have that giant. You guys have seen it. That giant gas stove that I have.
Mhm.
I want to get one of those big like multi-burner griddles
Just put on top.
that
Oh,
you just
yeah.
sit over like, and then you just turn all the burners on, and it keeps
Yeah.
the. But with that method, you can actually do different temperature zones.
Yeah.
So like you can turn one on low and one on high, and then
Yeah.
use the griddle to cook like breakfast and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So
Mikey,
So, buddy.
how was your weekend?
I was Mr. Mom this weekend, man. Haley
So
went
you
back
didn't
east.
fix your fence?
I did not.
Haley went home.
Yeah, she went to Baltimore.
Yeah. back
Well,
to
actually,
guys' hometown.
never even went to Baltimore. She stayed. She avoided it like the plague. She went to BWI. Then her best friend met up with her and fucking was hanging out. They went out, did like basic bitch shit, like went and got their nails done and fucking got boba teas and shit like that.
That sounds
Got drunk
super
one night.
fun.
Yeah, right. She enjoyed it. Like she missed her friend and
Yeah.
so it was good for her. You know, she
Nice.
had to get the fuck out of here. So, yeah. So I was home playing Mr. Mom, man. Me and
Nice.
the boys hanging out. I started one wheeling in my kitchen.
I've seen
In
some videos of
circles.
you one wheeling.
Yeah.
I did see a great video of you at work doing it,
Yeah,
and you looked
in my
like
full kit.
you look like a mall cop. I'm not gonna lie. You know, the helmet, elbow, wrist guards, the fucking whole nine.
The
I'm
works, dog.
like, bro.
Safety first, bro. Safety first.
third. Come on.
Safety third. But Jazz came by on Saturday and hung out with me for a bit. Brought me my awesome lighter and had a couple drinks and some cigars, and
Nice.
we hung out for a little while. Broke up the weekend, so appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, we it was chill, man. It was just me and the boys hanging out. Yeah, doing
Nice.
dad shit.
Nice.
Yeah, nothing crazy. Nice and chill. It was
Yeah.
Easter, obviously, so the kids had baskets, like game
Yeah.
eggs and shit, and they fucking did their Easter thing.
Nice.
Yeah, nice and nothing exciting to report. Just very, very chill.
Jazz, what about you, buddy?
yeah, Saturday I hung out with him. So right before that, the day before that, I actually had to go to the dentist and get what's called a root planing.
Ooh.
done.
That doesn't sound fun.
So I had to do that whole intake form, and they ask you like, "Hey, when's the last time you went to the dentist?"
I'm gonna do like 1946.
I was like, I was sitting there doing the math, going,
It's been 84 years.
I was like, well, so I had to do the math, and I was like, I know it hasn't been since I got out of the army. And then I was like, when was the last time I was required to do it for the military? So I like backed it up and was like, about 10 years. So a root planing is they take this fucking hook that's got like a Dremel tool behind it that just vibrates it super fast and sprays water. And they go between your teeth and your gums, and they like scrape out all of the tartar and plaque buildup and shit. So they numb the fuck out of you. So I got like 8 shots in the bottom jaw, and then 1 per tooth in the bottom and the top jaw, like all the way across. My face felt like it was ginormous because I couldn't feel anything. So they do all that, and then they go, okay, we're gonna go in with this, and we're gonna scrape your teeth and whatever, but don't make any sudden movements, and don't swallow unless I tell you to.
Okay.
And I was like, well, this is going kinky real fucking fast.
That just makes it.
My safe word's banana.
So she's in there with this fucking sonic hook, just like fucking going to town on my mouth, but she's spraying water off of it the whole time to like clear out the debris and shit. And so
And it's just catching in your fucking back of your
it's
throat.
in the back of your throat. And so your body, like I'm sitting there going like, don't swallow, don't. And you're like, and so like my body would just auto swallow, and then she would just stick this fucking hose down my throat to suck out. And I'm like, God damn it. And
I like it when they're like, just close your mouth, and you just like they put that suction thing in there, and you just close your mouth.
Fucking
And
sucks your eyeballs in your head.
you're like, whoa, fuck, holy shit!
My tongue.
I'm sitting
Can I
there-
borrow that?
It's one of the best fucking feelings ever, though. It's just like, okay, I don't have to spit. Fuck.
But at one point, I did fucking, like, I had that uncontrolled swallow reflex, and she slipped, and she must have got me good, because even through all of that fucking Novocaine and shit, I
You were
still,
like, ow.
I still felt the hook like go into my fucking palate, and I was like, ow. And she was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, all right. And then she like stuck the hose in there, and then
Sucked all the blood out.
I was listening to a book. I asked her when I sat down, I was like, can I just put my headphones in and like listen to a book while you're doing this? Because they said I was going to be there like an hour and a half. And she's like, yeah, totally. That's fine. So that way you're not listening to the tools and shit.
Right.
Which didn't help because I have those AirPods and I wanted to be able to hear her commands. So I put it on the mode where I can hear shit on the outside,
Yeah.
which meant that the little amps that are in there were just highlighting the sound of the fucking tool. And I was like, but
So now you're listening to your face get fucked up in stereo.
yeah.
It's like, fuck.
But I saw the hose and everything that came out was like the color of his fucking shirt. I was like, well, that can't be fucking good.
She's like, everything's fine.
But I got it all done, and I mean, the rest of it, I got the clean bill of health and everything. She's like, you don't have any cavities, and you don't have any this, that, and the other. But it was 10 years of not having my teeth cleaned. So
this wasn't your first appointment because they tried to do this on Monday.
so my first dental appointment was last Monday,
Yeah.
and they were like, so we can do it right now. And I was like, I can't show up. I have a podcast I host, and my appointment was like 3:00 in the afternoon. They were like, I was like, I have a podcast I have to be at 5, so I can't show up with all my shit just numb from top to bottom.
Yeah. And you definitely can't smoke cigars or fucking drink.
Well, that was the awesome thing is that they're like, well, they asked me like, do you smoke? And I was like, yeah, a bit. And but when I got done, the chick the dental hygienist that did it, she was like, so you told us about your show and stuff, and like she was like, just to let you know, as soon as you feel like you can drink or smoke, you can drink or smoke. Like you don't, because I didn't have any fillings or anything, so or no extractions or whatever. They did ask me yet again if I wanted to have my wisdom teeth pulled out though.
Let's just do it.
Because I have no reason to.
It's like a fucking
Yeah,
3-day
it
minimum
sucks.
recovery.
But I have no reason
I
to.
don't know. I got one ripped out a while because they pulled 2 in boot camp, and then I was just in there, and my dentist was like, "Hey, you got a cavity in this thing," and they filled it for some fucking reason. I'm just gonna pull it out, and I was like, "Okay," and he's like,
Well, see, that's my thing is
and it
that
was like that.
none of mine are what's called impacted.
Yeah.
So that's why they pull them when they come in and they fuck with
They're,
your
they're
other
all
teeth.
fucking weird.
Yeah.
And none of them
the-
had fillings.
My
None
2
of
they
them are
pulled in
impacted.
fucking boot camp were fine. They were in straight.
Yeah.
My teeth were good.
Oh, they're easy.
And
That's
they
why.
were just like, oh yeah, you can't have these. That's normal. Blah.
No.
Like, fucking.
Well, that's how squared away mine are. Because even the army was like, nope, you can keep them. And I was like,
Well,
Let me
fuck
keep
it,
my
man.
other 2.
so.
Let me keep my other
But
2.
and all these dudes that were all super hype about like, I'm gonna get 3 days off because I'm gonna have my wisdom teeth extracted. And I was like, you have fun with that, bud.
Bro, in Marine Corps boot camp, when you
It
get your teeth pulled,
sucked.
you know what you do? You lay in the rack because you're on bed rest. You're on SIQ, sick in quarters, bed rest, right? For 1 day. They give you 1 day. and you sit there and do fucking close order drill while laying down. It fucking sucked. In the squad bay, while everybody else is doing their thing, you're doing the same shit they're doing, but you're laying down doing it. It's so fucking annoying. It's just demoralizing.
So that was that. I went and hung out with him on Saturday.
Yeah.
Watched Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Did you see it?
I watched that Saturday.
Did you see it yet?
What's it on?
HBO Max.
Oh, okay.
Watched Godzilla versus Kong, and then Sunday, I was supposed to get together with some friends to do some gaming, but that ended up not happening. So I never even put pants on, and I sat there and fucking painted little plastic figurines and drank.
Yeah.
That was my whole Sunday.
Jess is talking to me. Some dude, I guess, contracted him to paint minis, the little minis. Well, when he told me this, I thought he had just told me the story about him like dusting this fucking dude in a Camaro in his Mini.
Yeah.
In his fucking car.
Oh yeah.
So when he's like,
I walked the Z28 Camaro in my Mini Cooper.
he's like, yeah, this shop hired me or contracted me to paint minis. And I was like, will they give you like a paint booth or like what?
Right.
Like I'm thinking Mini Coopers, right?
And I was like, no, dude, it's just like two little minis.
Thing. And I was like, well, where the fuck are you gonna paint them at? Like we
in my apartment. You're like, what?
We're completely on the wrong fucking level right now. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, the minis, the figures. And I was like, oh fuck. And I was like, that makes way more sense.
Yeah. So yeah, I forgot about the Z28. Some kid that was obviously like his birthday present or graduation or gift or something. Got one of the Jelly Bean Camaros, the big, huge fucking. The last generation before they rebooted it after the Transformers movie.
Okay.
Like the 2002 version.
Yeah.
Oh,
and this was like a
those
98 Z28 convertible.
Just clap the fuck out.
And it was sitting next to me, and I could just hear like all the valve lash and like horribleness that was going on under the hood.
This dude's running 20 W50 because it's the only way to stop the engine tick.
Well, I think that thing when it was new only had like 220 horsepower in it, so Lord knows how many ponies have escaped from underneath the hood of this fucking thing.
He's rocking a solid 15.
And he's got like his two buddies and some chick in the back seat, and he's sitting there.
Convertible, right?
Yeah, and he's clutch dumping me next to my car. So, dude, but every time he would do it, he'd go, and it would go, and I was like, what the fuck, man? So it was like a 40-mile-an-hour roll off. I walked this dude to like 110 on Bulverde Road. And then at that point, Caitlin was in the car, and Caitlin just went like, okay, Jazz, slow down. And I was like, so he gets up, and I just watched this smoke just pouring out from underneath his Camaro. And I was like, I think I just broke this kid's car. So I literally
just slip a 20 out the window.
So I back off and brake and everything. So he finally passes me. And then through his convertible top, flips me the bird. And I was like, dude, you just got walked by a middle-aged man in a Mini Cooper. Like,
he's gonna walk by a skinny and a mini.
I was like, what are you really pulling off here? So he gets to the light, and then he puts the top up and rolls the windows up and shit. And I was like, all right. So yeah.
He had too much drag when he raced you.
That's what it was. It was the...
Had to throw that top back up.
You should have Caitlin hit on his chick for you.
Shit was hilarious.
Hey, sweetheart, you want to ride an actual fast car? Come on. I'll wipe off your seat, and just wipes her face.
Shit was hilarious.
Good.
But
it's a good weekend, sounds like. Nice and chill.
I always forget when it's holidays like Easter and shit like that. So we were like,
I didn't know until
who's got
Saturday.
that kind of money?
I didn't know until Saturday. And the only reason I knew on Saturday is because Saturday I went to go get my grill.
Yeah.
And Walmart was an absolute fucking shit show. And I'm like, what is going on? Literally, like I said it out loud. And this lady walking down like the produce section, she's like, tomorrow's Easter. And just kept walking. I was like, oh yeah, it is. Like, no wonder why.
Yeah.
We were all put out because the wife and I go to Costco on Sundays.
Yeah.
It's like our thing.
And they're closed.
And they were fucking closed. And I was like, this is some bullshit.
Yep.
Like, how do you a company this fucking big and you're still recognizing religious holidays? Like,
They got that kind of money.
like, come on.
So John, how was your Passover?
Oh, it was really good actually. I was supposed to do a Zoom call with my family, and I didn't.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know if you guys know what Passover is about.
Getting hammered.
That's it.
Yeah.
Literally. Like I have books like from
I've been to
when
one.
I was fucking yay big.
It's awesome.
With my family. And the further along you get in the book,
It's the only time Jews eat good food too.
the more that's true. some.
No, some of the other weird, some of the other shit's in there. It's still like,
fuck off.
yeah.
Some of that food is fucking terrible.
Oh god, it's so gross. But like the coolest parts about Passover, like you're mandated to drink. You literally get to a certain point and like, okay, drink your wine. All of it. And you gotta kill it and then they fill it back up.
Bombs
and
up, bitch.
And then you gotta get scallions and beat the shit out of the people next to you with scallions and all kinds of stuff. Like it's really fun. But the books that you're supposed to follow,
I don't follow the purpose of this.
the books that you follow, for one, it fucks with you because you forget until it's
It's like
Passover.
Friday,
And
it's
then you
like
go to
Friday
open
in
the
the
book.
barracks, bro.
You open the book, but you got to start from the back of the book because everything's backwards.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's written that way. Yeah.
And so you open the book
Because
and it's
religion.
like nice, clean, crisp pages, and you get like a couple, 3, 4, 6, 8 pages in. You
Is
see a
it,
couple.
is it translated?
Yeah.
Or is it question?
Yep.
When it's translated, does it open this way, like normal, like
No,
a
it's
book
still
we're used
No,
to?
it's just it's Hebrew and English. Hebrew, English.
Okay, so it's still backwards.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
But you don't read it backwards.
tracking. Yeah, I'm tracking. It's
That
just,
would make
you know,
it way more.
That's how you
interesting.
summon
Yeah,
demons.
right. But
It's
you
not
get
the
like,
Necronomicon,
you get like
Jazz.
six or 8 pages into the book.
So much cooler if it was.
Klaatu, Virata.
Cthulhu Fatagan.
I basically said them.
You get like 6 or 8 pages in the book, so you start seeing like a couple little wine stains, like like you spill it. And the further you get, like you'll get there, and all of a sudden you go to open a page, like what the fuck? And then it's like stuck together with food from last year. You're like, oh fuck. And the next one is like a big spot of wine all over it. You're like, oh, I must have been fucking hammered last year. Did you drinking another glass of wine?
I was talking to a buddy of mine who's
Just don't read the Briss books. They use weird fucking bookmarks on those.
I got my little brother hammered on wine before his bris.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, because they had a little glass of wine
It's
there.
like, trust me, dude.
I'm like holding him, and I had like
Trust
a
me,
little
dude.
like a diaper like cloth, and I was like, can I give him some? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, cool. I'm like, fucking, and he's just sucking on it. I just go back and forth and like, okay, we're ready. I'm like, hold on, he's not.
you'll thank me later.
Fucking did that man a solid.
Right.
Shit.
My buddy who's like hardcore Catholic, so it's Easter week. So like every day he was
Holy
at
week.
fucking church, and I was like, dude, and he was like, yeah. So I had mass on Monday, mass on Tuesday, nothing on Wednesday, and then I've got mass on Thursday. I was like, why do you have mass on Thursday? And he was like, oh, it's to recognize Passover, and I was like, the Jewish holiday? And he
Yeah.
was like, yeah, and I'm like, you're Catholic, and he's like, yeah, and I'm like, so you're celebrating a holiday for a dude that you killed? Like, I don't. Like, what's the point? He was like, well, it's to recognize where he came from. And I was like, did they send the offering plate around on the Thursday one? And I was like, because this kind of sounds like Prophet Week.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I don't, like, and not with the PH.
Yeah.
Like, it's the,
Yeah. It's when they make their nut for the year,
Yeah,
dog.
I'm like-
it's Holy Week.
It's this Thanksgiving and Christmas.
yeah. And then he did Saturday. And
It's
he was
like,
like,
it's like when you pay off all your bills in spring break.
yeah. There you go. And then he was like, well, Saturday, I'm not going to Easter Mass because Saturday I'm going to Vigil. And I was like,
Yeah.
what? And he was like,
What?
he was like, yeah, so I'm going at like 2 and I'm staying till like midnight. And I was like, why? And he's
What
like,
you gonna do for 10
it's
hours?
Vigil.
You're guarding the tomb, dog.
And I'm like, what?
From who?
I'm like, spoilers, bro.
Jews.
Where's this place at?
I'm like, so I was talking to him and I was like, and I literally just looked at him and went, spoilers, bro. We already know how this story ends. Like, what are you guarding? And like,
Doesn't matter. He's getting up and leaving tomorrow anyways. Fuck.
well, the funny thing is he's another Army vet. So I was just like, dude, this is the equivalent to you pulling guard duty on equipment that's already gone. Like, this is fucking,
You're walking fire watch in a parking lot.
yeah, like, shit didn't make any sense.
You're guarding Connex boxes that are empty.
And I hate to tell you this, but songs never scared anybody off.
Yeah.
Like, it's
That depends. As a psyop guy, I don't think you think that's true.
no, the right song will get you to quit. But,
It'll scare them off, dude. You telling me bodies didn't freak motherfuckers out in 2003?
dude, the great thing about that is it just made people stop.
They were like,
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 fuck
what
is
this?
that?
And then a wall of fucking bullets comes
just
from
a
the
wall
US
of
side.
lead comes
Yep.
through.
but yeah, so that was always interesting. that all these weeks. I always forget that they're like holy weeks.
Yeah, I was a real bad Catholic this year, man. Like I didn't do fucking. I didn't give up anything for Lent. Like
I gave up giving up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm 10 years,
Yep.
10 years strong.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm
10
doing
years
good.
ago, I gave up giving up anything for Lent.
You know what the hardest Lent I ever did was California burritos when I lived out there.
Oof.
Oh,
That was
that'd
the,
be really
I
hard.
gave up California burritos. I gave up burritos.
I
You're
never understood
fucking-
It was hard, bro. That was a fucking rough 40 days.
I asked that same buddy, I asked him with the whole, and I grew up Lutheran, so we did it, and I just never bothered to ask. But I'm like, why the no beef on Fridays? Like, I don't get it. And he's like, well, it's supposed to be a personal sacrifice. And I'm like, cow? That was the. You know what the equivalent is of the Son of God dying for all of our sins so that we can go on to the kingdom of heaven?
You're eating fish on Friday.
No cow. Like, for 4 days a year, I'm just not going to eat beef. Like, that's.
Well, it's every Friday.
You're really ponying up.
It's every Friday.
Just during Lent.
No, you're supposed to not eat fucking beef on
Hey,
red,
I'm
meat,
Lutheran,
red meat
man.
on Friday.
I was the Diet Coke of Catholic.
Anybody
that's
that
right.
anybody that tries to tell me what I can and can't eat, like
As you sit here, like I've watched you crush bacons.
He never claimed to be a good Jew.
I never claim to be a good anything when it comes to religion.
he's like, this is my Christian side eating this.
I've read and understood.
Hey, dude, that's
But,
why they
like-
say you practice religion.
Yeah, it's like being
it's
a
practicing.
doctor. It's a practice.
Yeah, just practicing.
Yeah.
Because you never know. Shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna practice every Friday. I'm gonna practice like it's Monday.
He's also supposed to not touch buttons on Saturday. So, or like operate a lever.
Yeah,
What?
Huh?
Yeah. That's a Jewish thing.
yeah.
Saturday's the actual
it
day of
is,
rest.
yeah, yeah.
You're not supposed to like push
I'm
buttons.
not a Hasidic Jew though, so that doesn't count.
You're not
for
supposed to
me.
like push
No.
buttons or pull levers
No.
or
you
like,
can't drive a car. You gotta
can't
walk
drive a car.
everywhere. Like my grandparents lived in
You're supposed to do nothing.
New York State, just outside the city, and there was a huge population of Hasidic Jews.
Yonkers.
And all these roads, it was
No, they have like a dedicated neighborhood, and during some of them, they'll have like the huts outside and stuff like that that are built on their patios.
but yeah,
and
but
shit.
so they're like the roads are like FM roads here in Texas. There's just 2 lanes. There's no shoulders, except in New York, they're just lined with trees right against the side of the roads.
Yeah.
And you have all these Hasidic Jews walking down these streets. And here I'm from fucking Boston, driving like an asshole on these, cruising these corners. I come around a corner, there's like 15 people all dressed in black, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like yelling at them.
Get on the fucking road, weirdo. Nice fucking
Hey.
girls.
John, we were in Nicaragua last year during some part of Easter because they were all walking doing the
Yeah. Yep.
something.
They
Or
were
are they
doing,
doing the passion walk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was down there 3 years ago, I think.
Who carries
Maybe
the cross
4?
up to Jesus?
Not me.
Would you?
The Jesus at the top of the mountain.
Probably that lady that ate fucking
that chick
lunch
that
up
went
there.
for
Yeah.
lunch. She's
Yeah.
like, I'm training all year.
That's what it is. She just rocks that thing all
No, I
out
was
there.
down there.
I'm playing Mary Magdalene this
I was
year.
down there
Fuck it.
in December timeframe or beginning of December timeframe, and they had this. I was driving to the airport in Managua, and there was this massive, like 4-mile long parade, and it was insane on the amount of fucking shit and people that were involved in this, and these floats and exhibits. and
They know how
everything.
to have a good time.
They really do.
They really
Fuck yeah,
do.
dude.
Well, they take the whole month of fucking December off
Yeah, pretty much.
for some reason.
Have you ever been to Rio?
Brazil?
Yeah.
No.
Dude, I want to go to Rio
I
during
wanna go
Carnival.
bad.
During Carnival, I think it'd be fucking cool to see once.
I might die.
Yeah. Yeah, but I want to see it once. Like
Yeah.
it's almost like going to fucking. I equate it to like going to like New Orleans during Mardi Gras.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
I've never
like,
done that.
Like I went because Mardi Gras goes from like January through Fat Tuesday, right, in February, and the year I was down there for work. I was active duty still, and I got it was kind of cool. I ran the 3 shop for my battalion.
Yeah.
So it was like a training conference down at Mar Forez. Mar Forez is headquartered out of New Orleans. So I go down there, and I get to pick my own hotel and shit. So I'm like, well, fuck it, I'm staying in the French Quarter.
Goddamn right.
So I stayed
As
at
you
the
should.
fucking So I stayed at the fucking Marriott right there on Canal Street,
Yeah.
as you do, right? Fucking, and it was a cool time of year. But like, so I go to the class on Monday. I fly in Sunday. We have a fucking decent time. I hang out with some people and fucking whatever. And then I go to class Monday and I sit in this class. And my flight doesn't leave until like Friday evening.
Yeah.
Right. or Saturday morning. Saturday morning was when my flight was leaving because it was like I anticipated being in this class Monday through Friday all day, right? So Saturday morning I was going to leave. We get it's like 1100 on fucking Monday, and they're like, "All right, if you're a battalion level and below, fucking we don't need you anymore." And I was like,
Roger.
I was
that.
like, "What's that?" And they're like, "Yeah, no, you're good. The rest of this shit's for regiment and above." And I was like, "Motherfucker, I just got a week free NOLA, fucking A, dude." So like, I'm on the government's dime, and I was like, "All right." And I had one Marine with me, and he was a fucking tool, but I was like, "All right, man, check it out. I won't tell if you don't." And he's like, "Let's get weird." I was like, "Fucking A, dude, let's get weird." So like, I just had a great fucking week. You know what I mean? Just hanging out. Turns out it was the week before media week. Right? Because the Super Bowl was going to be in New Orleans that year. That was the year of the Baltimore Ravens versus the fucking San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, so you were in
So
Nuffalo in your home team.
Cheering on your
Heart Bowl.
hometown.
Yeah, your hometown.
You
team's
guys are
playing.
so funny. Yeah.
You brought it up.
As a
my friend.
Patriots fan, how dare you say that to me, motherfucker?
I didn't say you were a fan of them. I just said it was your hometown team.
So,
Go sports ball.
but I was staying in the same hotel that the 49ers were staying in.
Okay.
So they were starting to show up like as I'm like leaving,
Yeah.
like that Saturday. And I was just like, oh, this is fucking cool. But the Mardi Gras started that week.
Yeah.
And so just going out drinking and hanging out and fucking around. It wasn't like the Fat Tuesday experience where it was fucking madhouse.
Right.
That just
You
sounds like
could still
NOLA.
you could still walk around and have a good time.
Yeah.
And everything was open and everything was fun and people were still getting drunk and crazy, but it wasn't to the level of ridiculousness.
Right.
So if you're gonna go and you want to fucking experience it, go like late January.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time to go to New Orleans. And plus, it's not balls ass hot yet.
Right.
You know, because dude, Haley and I went in August back in 2015 when I was
Oh my
contracting.
God, so you just walked into a fart.
Oh, fucking yeah! Essentially, yeah. It was fucking terrible, dude. Stayed at that same hotel. It's fucking crazy.
Well, you're literally below the ocean.
Yeah.
Like,
So here's
anywhere-
a good idea. Let's
Yeah.
build under the ocean.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We'll just build this little berm. It'll hold it back.
It'll be fine. 2007? What? Too soon? No. All right.
We don't talk about that year.
Fucking dude. So, and do you want to talk about continuing to play that fucking heartstring? I went on a bus tour, which if you ever go to New Orleans and do a bus tour, fucking don't. Okay, it's terrible. All right, it's the worst.
because you know what I've always thought about doing when I go to New Orleans? Getting on a fucking bus.
Well, it was
Like-
during the day, and I was hungover as fuck, and I was like, I gotta do something. You know what I mean? I gotta do something to like get my mind away from drinking for a
Yeah.
couple hours.
Beignets and fucking Bloody Marys.
Right.
I did that.
Vitamin B will fix you in NOLA
Yeah.
every time.
So I did this bus tour, and like they drive around, and like everything, they're like, oh, over here you can see these houses, and there's still like water lines from where Katrina fucked them up, and they're like, that water line in the house that's from Katrina. This is all from Katrina. I was like, did I take a Katrina fucking tour or a New Orleans tour? Like, what's going on here,
You know what
dude?
cracks
Like,
me up about that is when Katrina happened, a bunch of the refugees came to Texas,
yeah,
and a bunch of them were brought to San Antonio.
yeah,
And they were housing them out at Kelly, USA, which is now called Port San Antonio. But at the time, it was called Kelly, USA.
Okay.
Because they had all these huge, empty fucking buildings out there.
they were all living in the Alamo Dome and shit too, right?
There was some in the Alamo Dome, but most of them got moved to Kelly, USA because they were these giant organizational buildings that were supposed to be for all the contractors, but nobody had moved in.
Right.
So they had like bathrooms and all this stuff. But our crime rate fucking spiked.
Oh yeah.
So then they were like, nope, not going to fucking work. Packed them all up and shipped them off to 6th Ward in fucking Houston. And now they're all living in fucking Houston.
Yep.
And so, because Houston wasn't a shithole enough,
Yeah, but the crime rate didn't go up much.
Yeah, the crime rate didn't really change, man. I know that like where my parents live in Longview, well, they got a lot of refugees over in East Texas,
Yeah.
and the same thing. The crime rate fucking shot up, and it never because a lot of people never left; they stayed. So it's still fucky over there. Longview turned into a bit
Hey,
of a
Scott,
shithole
if
after
I
that.
pass this down to you, could
Pass
you,
her on
Yeah,
down.
Look at this. Look at the
Stay.
teamwork. Ready?
Whoa.
It's like a fire brigade.
So oh man. So I will tell. I do got a no shit story, a so no shit story from that event
All right.
from
Do
that
it.
week.
Let's hear it.
So no shit, there I was. I'm drinking at a bar in New Orleans. I don't have fuck all to do for the rest of the week because I was fortunate enough to have this happen
Did
to
you
me.
want more of this in there? Sorry.
I'm gonna
okay.
take care of this little guy.
Gotcha.
And
There you go.
so I walk into like Patty O'Brien's or one of the fucking pubs down there, and I'm drinking and I'm sitting there and I'm bullshitting with the bartender, and like he's bitching about the fucking system that he's on. I was like, what are you rocking, Aloha?
Oh.
And he's like, yep. And I was like, fucking
hate
sucks, doesn't it? And he goes, yeah, it's the worst. He's like, you a bartender? I was like, yeah. And he's like, so we start bullshitting.
Do you know why Aloha is everywhere? Do you know whose fault it is?
Whose?
Are you ready? Olive Garden.
Yeah.
The Darden Group.
Oh, yeah.
The Darden, which owns, in case you didn't know, Olive Garden, Red Lobster, Bahama Mamas, and something else is all owned by a company called the Darden Group.
Yeah.
And Darden, when Aloha first came out, signed Aloha as their POS.
Dude, all I know
So it
is
made
that
it the de facto POS system that everybody fucking went to.
for years, it was the bane of my fucking
I
existence.
fucking hate Aloha.
Aloha sucks, dude. Two Touch was where it was at.
I liked tableware or silverware.
Revel's really good.
Tableware. And what was the other one? Begins with the M.
Macros.
Macros.
I'm pretty sure our
I was
listeners,
fast on macros.
our listeners all checked
Yeah,
out.
nobody gives a fuck.
Anyways, here in Northern, apples and oranges. So I'm bitching to this, and he's like, oh, you a bartender? I was like, yeah. And he goes, oh, dude. He's like, well, a bunch of us, all the locals and the bartenders, when we get off, we go down to Fremont Street and get fucked up. Do you want to drink with us? I was like, yeah, let's do it. So I go out with this fucking bartender. Me and this dude, we go out with him and his girlfriend and a bunch of chicks and a bunch of friends and a bunch of dudes and all this. And we're like, probably like 20 people. And he's like, oh, I got this bartender. He lives in Baltimore, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, all right. So we're sitting there fucking doing shots. They drink like me. They're like fucking Jameson fucking shots and Miller Lite, the fucking universal bartender fucking drink, right? Miller Lite and shots of JMO. So it's like, we're fucking bang, bang, bang. And they're like, dude, we bartend at NOLA. We got this. I'm like, bitch, I'm an Irish Marine from South Boston. You ain't fucking with daddy, all right? And I'm like, let's do this. So I proceed to drink these motherfuckers under the table. Problem with NOLA is bars don't fucking close as long as you're paying.
Yeah.
So come 6 a.m.,
Oh,
it's still on. And I'm still like, are you getting sleepy there, pal? Clang, bang, you know, all this. And they're like, well, you're a fucking machine. I'm like, I told you I'm a drunk Marine. Like, you're not fucking with me here, dude. Like, I'm like, this is what I do, you know? And so they're all like,
If I wasn't drinking, I could be commandant.
they're like, all right, we got to go home. All right, 6 a.m. I got to work today, man. And I was like, all right, I'll come by and see you guys later. They're like, cool. So like I figured out all the bars I worked in stuff and revolving $20 bill type of thing, you know? So I was like, yeah, I'll come by. So on the way back to the hotel, though, I proceed to hit every fucking bar. And I'm like, I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to hit every bar and have a beer and a shot in every bar. So I start hitting them. Bam. It's 6 a.m. and I'm fucking clang, talking shit. Talked to this one lady for like 20 minutes, you know, had a fun little conversation. One of the bartenders in one of these little bars. Nothing crazy. Go to the next one, blah, blah, blah. Go to the next one, blah, blah, blah. And finally, there's one little shithole bar. There's two bars right next to my hotel. So I go into one, have a beer, have a shot. I'm like, all right, bam. And I go walk into the last one. It's right next to my hotel. It's called the Harem. And now with most bars in New Orleans, they're also titty bars. All right. There's a lot of like, there's a stage, there's a pole, there's chicks dancing, shit
Well, it's
like
either
that.
a titty bar or it's a bar with titties.
Yeah.
Like those are the only two things in NOLA.
So I walk into the Harem, is what the name of this place was called. And I walk in, and it's not a regular titty bar. It's a transsexual titty bar.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a big floppy dick with tits on stage and a questionable individual behind the bar. And I'm just like, fuck. And now I already walked in.
Like,
At this point,
fuck it, when in Rome.
I'm drunk as shit. So I'm like, beer and a shot. Fuck it. All right. And they had a slot machine. So I was like, all right. So I throw $5 in and I keep winning. And I'm like, God damn it. I'm just trying to get the fuck out of here. And I keep winning. I turned $5 into like $300. And I'm like, fuck it. Cash out. I'm like, can I cash this? She's like, yeah. It was an actual girl. So bam, cash it out. One of them's trying to talk to me. I'm like, I'm all set. It's 6 a.m. I'm tired. Like it's like 6:30 at this point. Like I'm fucking drunk and tired. I'm like, oh, I'm all set. Thank you. You know, grab my money,
That's
walk
the
out,
only reason.
go back to the hotel room, pass out, right? The next day, remember I had referenced that I was with the douchebag while I was down there. I was like, bro, there's a bar right next to our hotel. It's fucking awesome. You got to go in there. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, it's fucking dope. I was like, it's weird though. They won't let you smoke in this one. It's like the only bar in New Orleans they don't let you smoke in. So I'm going to smoke a cigarette out here. Go in there and check it out.
Your dick.
3 minutes later, this dude walks out. He's just, he's like, fuck you. And I was like, did you have a good time there, pal? What's up? So there it was.
Nice.
So when in Rome,
Right.
talk to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that's like fucking bar hopping in Vegas.
It's a fucking bad idea.
But
That's
you
why-
have no idea what you're fucking walking
That's
into.
why casinos are comfortable.
That's why you
One of
just
my
don't
favorite-
leave.
Yeah.
One of my favorite bars on Bourbon Street is Ye Old Absinthe House.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spent a good amount of time in that place.
I don't even think they serve absinthe, like real absinthe
No,
anymore.
they don't have real absinthe.
Yeah.
Well, you can't get real absinthe in the
No, not
United
in the
States.
States. It has to be
Depends
less
on
than.
who you know, sir.
I think it's less than.
Oh no, you can have it shipped to you, but
Yeah.
bars can't serve
Yeah.
it.
Right.
In order to be sold in the U.S., it has to be less than 100 parts per million of wormwood.
For those of you that don't know,
I have
wormwood is the active ingredient in
I have some absinthe.
absinthe
from,
that makes you see things.
from the Czech Republic.
Well, that's
So
real
that's
deal.
real absinthe.
It is real absinthe. Has literally about the cup full with the whiskey, about an inch of a cup of a whiskey glass filled of marijuana seeds inside the absinthe. That's been
holy
soaking for
fuck.
probably close. I think I picked that up in
Bro, why aren't we
14?
riding the green? Why aren't we talking to green fairies on this
because
bitch?
so this bottle, it's one of those little pocket-sized alcoholic bottles that fits in your breast
yeah,
pocket.
yeah.
And so when I bought it, I made a pact with myself that it's all or nothing. That if I open it, I'm drinking the entire thing, or I'm not opening it and drinking any.
Well, John,
That's it.
I
I'm
think,
fucking riding the lightning, or I'm just letting it sit on my shelf.
I think the next podcast you should drink that.
No,
You don't need much.
We will
I know.
babysit.
No, so I used to
I
go
have
to
always
Brussels
wanted
all the
to.
time.
I've always
Yeah.
wanted to own one of the drippers,
Yeah.
So-
but not because I'm a huge absinthe drinker, but just because
It looks cool.
they're
I used
fucking
to-
awesome.
It looks cool,
Like,
dude.
When I was
Yeah.
living in Belgium, I used to go to Brussels all the time, and they have a bar up there called Delirium, and that bar actually owns a whole alley. And they have a beer bar, then they have a vodka bar, a whiskey bar, tequila bar, a rum bar, and an absinthe bar.
Wow.
And so I would make my rounds and wind up at that absinthe bar because you have to get on a train and take an hour train back to where I was living.
Yeah, that's
There's,
probably
there's no driving.
that's
That's
good.
not how it
That's a
works.
good move. Take that one last.
Exactly.
That's a good move.
So, and I've done like the traditional way with, the,
the
sugar,
sugar
and
cube
everything.
and
Sugar
the-
cube and everything.
And I have a limit of about 3 shots of absinthe. And then that train ride gets weird as fuck.
It's good. It's good to know your limits.
But you want to talk about a whole different
That's still
fucking-
aggressive.
A whole different drunk. I
3
found a
shots of
lot-
absinthe is.
Well, this is
I found a lot of
this
limits
is
when I was in
after
Belgium.
fucking
After
hitting
drinking all night
these
long.
bars. Yeah, dude.
Like
That's
I have a
fucking-
limit of 14 Belgian beers.
Yeah.
That is it. And then I don't know my name. Like it is that bad.
That's not hard to do on Belgian
So
beer.
this bar called Delirium, I assume they sold Delirium beer, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That stuff is not near as good as it's hyped up to
It
be.
is a million times better there. Delirium here in the States tastes like dog shit.
Cool bottles, like
Yeah,
that
they're
gray
great.
ceramic
Elephant and
bottle with the
everything.
elephant and everything on it is awesome. But
But it's different. It doesn't taste the same in
It's
the
a-
States.
it's
as
a
it tastes.
brandy
Same
wine,
with everything
right?
else. Like no.
no, it's a beer.
Yeah.
But that's like if you had Budweiser in Europe, just straight up,
Oh,
just
Heineken in Amsterdam.
Totally
is
different
fucking
animal.
delicious.
Way better, dude.
Oh my god.
But
Anywhere
Budweiser
except
in-
America, it's good,
Yeah.
dude.
Budweiser in Europe is actually a damn good beer.
That
Like here, it's piss water. Over there, it's like legit.
the
Pilsner.
Belgians' equivalent of Budweiser is a shit called Jupiler, and Jupiler is 8%, and that's their Bud Light.
You.
Yeah, and guys would get a fucking 12-pack and just fucking slam it. 8%. I'm like, bro.
That's like.
Yeah.
Have you? When was the last time you were drinking in Germany?
2015.
Did you ever do the rack?
I don't know.
So there's in Germany you can get, and I know this. I was telling you about going to do white cell in Germany.
Yeah.
So the nice thing about when you're over there, when you're running white cell, is you're the operational JPOTIF, which is the Joint Psychological Operations Task Force. So you're the control center. So it's literally a 9 to 5 when you're there, but the rest of the time you're free to go be on the economy. You can just go hang out. So bars there have a thing called a rack. So you go in and you order a rack of beer, and it's literally a dozen beers. It's 3 wide, 4 deep. It's a fucking wooden rack.
Yeah.
They fill it with beer. You drink your way through it. You set it next to the table. They bring you another rack and they set one down, and you just start going at it. And every single one of them is whatever the local whatever bar you're at.
Yeah.
It's whatever brewery
Yeah.
they're friends with. They just bring you a rack of this shit. And so all of it's like, it's the same thing. It's like 7.5%, 8% because it's your daily drink.
Is it bottled or is it like?
They're pre-popped bottles, and then you just
okay.
pour it into a glass. And so, and every single one of them is a pint's worth. So you have 1 pint glass, and you just keep fucking pouring it over. And but you sit down at what looks like a picnic table, but it's German built, so it could like survive the Holocaust.
Sure.
Like it's ridiculous.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened. It's a partial vacuum inside.
Jesus.
Love you, John. So,
Hey, Germany, what happened between 1939 and 1946? Nothing
happens. We were deep in the cups.
We were making our racks for our beers.
Lots of woodwork. We made tables.
We like chocolates. Nothing happened.
We made tables and beer. Nothing else. There was some angry Austrian fuck, but that was about it.
Nothing.
Those motherfuckers. You want to talk about a race in history? Those
Right,
sons
dude?
of bitches were
They
like
just fucking nothing happened.
scorched earth.
Didn't
We'll just get
happen.
rid of all of it.
I don't believe you.
Yeah. Anything post like
It's like, well, here's a history book. That's not true.
that's
So
not
how
true.
come your history
Fake
book started
news.
in 1958?
Fake news. Fake news. Everything before that was fake news.
Yeah, it was Jesus and then Germany.
It was Jesus, the 1920s, and then there's a little gray area, and then the 50s.
Why are these pages ripped out? Mind your business.
Mind your business. Nothing happened.
And now everything between
Because
the
there's a partial
50s
vacuum
and
in
like
there.
1987 is like a pamphlet.
Yeah.
They just moved forward from there. They were like,
It's like roaring 50s, wall came down, and we're here today.
now we make cars that if we did not pump air inside, you would not be able to breathe.
Why?
It's a partial vacuum inside.
Boom. Well, fuck, boys. I think we're fucking coming up on a bit of a long podcast. Shit.
It's the only thing long at this table.
Fucking
true.
can confirm.
Time flies when you're having fun, boys.
That's
Hey,
true.
there you go.
That's true. I want to thank everybody out there for listening to this mediocre show, as always, and I want to thank you boys for being my freedom friends. So,
Oh. I have another one for you.
uh-oh.
You have to not enjoy that or publish that because it offends me.
Yes,
That's my other reference to
that's a good one.
your don't jerk off outside my window.
If you don't agree with me, you're a transphobe
You're racist.
No, you're racist.
Yeah.
and a transphobe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a Nazi.
Well, that's being transphobe
Yeah.
is racist.
if
Oh,
you,
is it?
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh.
somehow.
Well,
because somehow sexual orientation has become a race.
I just saw a fucking article today that evergreen trees are racist.
What?
No fucking, no bullshit.
Holy fuck.
Wait,
that's
wait,
a
fucking
wait.
We're not
bullshit.
even getting into
Wait,
this
no,
conversation.
I got one more. The who is the basketball player that said the politicians are trying to divide everybody?
I know like two of them. One of them has AIDS.
Oh, nobody saw this.
No.
No.
God, it was a famous basketball player.
Is it LeBron?
Barkley, maybe.
Kobe Bryant.
I think it was Charles Barkley. I think. I don't know,
Totally Kobe Bryant.
but he was on the news, and he's like,
All I know is that all the comparisons between Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan were settled in the fact that only one of them can fly.
"All right,
Boom.
touche. We'll leave it at that."
So it was on the news.
Well, it was on the news, and he's like, I don't want to get into it because it'll be a whole thing.
This is like a whole nother
It's a whole
discussion.
nother
Yeah.
discussion. Yeah,
We'll
we
get
don't,
into
we don't
that.
have time for
Next time, kids. Next time. So I'll raise my glass.
All the way to
I
the
can
seat
think
of the
Space
crash.
Jam. You know, we've been planning a high episode, and believe it or not, this is not.
This
it.
isn't it.
This is not it.
This
I don't
isn't
know
the
what's
one.
going on, but this is not it.
Fuck me.
I'll just stand here waiting.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Oh, sorry, buddy. I'm wiping my tears.
Oh, and thank all of you for being our freedom friend as well.
Like, share, subscribe, push all those fucking buttons wherever you can fucking find them, and send us some more reviews. It's been a while since we've been able to read a review on the show.
Go
Hit
follow-
all the fucking
go
fresh
follow
one.
us on YouTube. We're this close.
We are
from
very
getting the
getting
silver
very
play button.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're this fucking
We're
close.
this. If you use the measuring
Jess.
tape I have at home, we're super close.
Hold your hand up. We're at least this close.
We're this close to a silver play button. Other than that, tell your mom.
Tell your friends.
Tell your mom's friends
Fucking A.
that with these shirts, we're here to talk business.
You goddamn right. And I'm not talking about spring break cocaine deals.
Oh, I was.
That side of the table might be.
The white shirts. That's who you know.
You can't see
you're
Jazz's
talking-
shoes, but his shoes say I sell fucking cocaine at
Yeah, they
fucking
do.
spring break.
So does his socks.
What socks are you wearing?
Star Wars.
Fucking A, dude. He sells cocaine not just at spring break, but cocaine at fucking Comic-Con.
You would not believe the
Oh,
profits
now
I pull
that's-
at Dragon Con.
That's gotta be a party. Fuck.
Dude, a bunch of fucking twacked out motherfuckers wearing weird shit. Sign me up.
Do you know
Fuck.
what that is? That is a passionate furry convention on drugs. That's what
You know what
Comic-Con
that is? That
is.
is the finest people watching on the
I
planet.
have wanted to
Right.
go for so many years, but the tickets are on lottery. So you have to like sign up for the lottery and hope you win the chance to buy tickets to that fucking thing.
Wow.
In
Nice.
San Diego.
That's gay.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well,
California fucking everything up.
Fucking as
So-
per usual. So anyways,
Tiny little words of wisdom.
nothing crazy. Just
No,
something
just
that we
some
like to
little
live
ones.
by.
Scott, I think you can kick it off over there.
one of my favorites. Oh. No, I'm going to go with this one. Drink on.
There you go, Mikey.
Smoke it on.
There you go.
And god damn it, boys.
Boys, freedom the fuck on.
Ooh. That was at least 3.5 inches if you come from the fourth vertebrae.
Do not have to go in order.